Hi, we are coming to you from the AVPN Global Conference 2025 in Hong Kong. And I'm here today with Sandeep Aneja, the founder and managing partner of Kaizenvest. Sandeep, welcome. It's great to have you with us today.
Good to be here. Thank you.
So we last spoke a couple of years ago and a lot's changed globally when you look at the world landscape over those few years. How have things changed for you? What priorities have changed over that time?
Yeah, you bring up a really good point, and the world has changed significantly in the last couple of years. One of the biggest changes is the whole macroeconomic shift away from giving and philanthropic activities in the last 18 months in particular. So that's affected a lot of capital flow towards various impact sectors such as education, climate, health. That's been a big movement. Second large movement is now AI, and AI is disrupting us rapidly. It's disrupting the way we learn, the way we work, who works, what we earn, and things like that, much faster than the education system is keeping up with. And third, I think there's a significant amount of change in the way climate is viewed. So the climate itself was viewed as an opportunity to bring standalone opportunity, but the impact that climate has now on education and health and other services is becoming more documented. UNICEF has done some really good work in that space.
And these are big changes and having huge impacts. I mean, especially AI.
Yeah.
When you look at where universities, schools, all over the world are actually using AI for good and how that's changing the education landscape.
I'll give you examples. Right, we had interns this year, and these are interns from great colleges in the US. Their seniors who've just graduated don't have jobs, and these are really good colleges. Number one, I thought that was just a small example, but the more you talk, the more you look at data, graduates are not getting jobs easily.
Why?
A couple of reasons. From an employer's perspective, a 28-year-old who's worked at that company for a few years with AI is equal to a 28-year-old plus a 22-year-old.
Wow.
So you don't need to hire a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
They need a lot of learning, couple of years of learning, which AI has it from a knowledge perspective. So from the whole IQ side, we're done. It is the EQ we are seeking, and EQ takes time. And so it's a significant displacement. That's one.
Yeah.
Second example, which is relevant, is AI is changing the way we actually relate with each other to a great extent. And it is really impacting the way humans are interacting with each other increasingly, and how the employers are interacting with academia. All of that has happened so fast in the last 5 years that there is no single education institution globally that exists today of proven quality, which has built a system that's resilient and designed for the jobs of the future. It's happened rapidly.
Are there any startups out there that are, sort of moving in that direction?
Yeah, I think we are seeing two types of entities. An entity on the school side, which is really using AI to teach children, is an example, is Alpha School in Austin. It's a single example. It does a good job. Claims are brilliant. It does not use teachers. It uses coaches for motivational aspects, and students self-learn. Positives, negatives, doesn't matter. It's an experiment to be seen. That's all the way out there in the way they are leveraging AI for content. But you've got to accept one thing. Content is commodity. Creativity is everything on top of content. So that's important. EQ is going to play a big role. And therefore, if you think about, for example, computer science, coding aspects of computer science are no longer that important. The logic behind computer science, the data scheme behind computer science is way more important today. So if you really think about where we are, how we are learning, the whole education system is going through a fundamental shift at the moment. And employers are taking it upon themselves to bring a lot of that AI learning within their own employees when they get started, and reskilling older employees. There's also a generational disconnect that's becoming more visible. then that's another investment opportunity. So the way we are seeing startups come in to us, in addition to the schools that do AI for teaching, a bunch of ed tech startups are looking at AI from two perspectives. Number one, fundamentally changing the way they administer learning. Marking, dissemination of courses, teachers' administrative tasks have been automated. So it's really helpful to the teacher. For the first time, teachers don't have to learn the automation technology. AI is self-managing. So it's easier for teachers to use administrative tools and not learn how to interact and to connect to pieces, make things happen. So that's brilliant. On the second hand, there is a bunch of student-facing technologies which are now more visible, at least for the middle class and the upper middle class. There is an attempt to take them down to the low middle class for the populations which work only on mobile phones is happening, and it will happen because most mobile phones can handle basic AI stuff. Not a lot, but it's possible. So where we are, we're seeing a lot of math interventions, language interventions, which are much smarter around teaching code. You can, as a student, for example, upload a math question. Just take a photograph, upload it, and out comes a solution. That AI company is capturing your data just to get you interested, but then they offer you interventions which are one-on-one tutoring lessons for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, on a particular concept that you never had clear in your younger years. So that's an excellent example. Still, the payment angle is associated with human touch. Uploading a question is free, so it's capturing data. Then the biggest example of it is where AI is created a layer by which every student at an individual level can use an application to feel like they're in a class of one. That is starting to occur, where they feel like all their unique learning dimensions are captured with the help of that system. The way they learn, AI understands that and helps them with it. Now there are downsides. We have all heard about the OpenAI debacle, right? But that should be shoved aside. I think the most important part is the positivity of it is we can actually scale education for the first time in a fundamental way, which was a conversation 10 years ago, personalization. So that's possible today.